what's up, Midnight Crew? It's your girl, Midnight, and I am just coming to you guys to say Happy New Year's Eve. And I hope that all of you guys have a happy New Year's Eve. I hope you are safe in whatever you're choosing to do. If you're partying, be safe. If you're partying out here in the public, make sure you're safe with wearing a mask because you know we are still in the pandemic. And I just want to say that with the new year ending, well, with this year ending, 2021 ending, we're going out into 2022 in a new year. And I just want to say to everybody that what I feel is really important for people when they looking into going into the new year is to really being at peace with like who you are and yourself. And if you are not at peace with who you are and at peace with yourself, then we have reason to change things about our lives that we're not happy with. You know, a lot of people do not like change at all, or a lot of people are afraid of change, period. You know, and I just think that change is not such a bad thing. I don't know why so many people are afraid of making change to themselves and change to their lives. Because at the end of the day, a lot of us like to place blame on others for the reason why our lives or the reason why we feel we are not in a happy place with ourselves. But really, in reality, a lot of times the reason why a lot of us are not happy with ourselves or not happy with our lives is because we allowed other people or things to take us out of the position of applying the change we need to apply to making change so we can be greater with ourselves. And if that change is, if you're not happy with yourself, this time around coming into the new year, and if it's either family, friends, or intimate partners, if you're not happy with your job, if you're not happy with what you're doing, what's going on in your life, nobody else can change that but you. We got to stop blaming people about our own unhappiness and placing blame on people and making them seem like the reason why we live unhappy lives is because of other people. Because listen, you don't have to be unhappy. You can make the change and change things that make you unhappy. You can remove people if these are people, certain individuals who are making you unhappy. If you're not happy with a job that you're at and you don't want to be there anymore, you can make change and move around and find a job that's going to make you happy. We have to start to apply some self-love to ourselves because listen, self-love is what I'm going to tell everybody that they need to do. They need to do self-love because listen, if you don't have no self-love for you, and you don't even accept who you are because you're not happy with who you are, how you going to be happy with doing anything in life? That's how you're going to be happy with having healthy friendships with people when you're not happy with who you are. How you going to have a happy relationship with somebody if you're not happy with who you are? How you going to have a healthy career and happy career if you're not even happy with who you are? We have to be happy within ourselves first. So self-love and self-worth is first, okay? And we got to learn that anything that we don't like or anything that we see that's a problem in our lives or that we see is a problem with us, first we have to acknowledge the problem and we have to be accepting of the problem. So a lot of us walk around here thinking that we don't have obligation to change things because you like to place blame on others, but you have to take some accountability for that because we don't have to go through any of the situations that we choose to go through. We go through that because we make the choices to go through that. But that does not mean that you have to go through that. You made the choice to go through whatever it is you're going through, but you can change it. So I'm going to say self-love, guys. Self-love, self-worth, knowing who you are and loving who you are, accepting who you are, because once you accept who you are, everybody else around you have to accept who you are because you are accepting of who you are as a person. So that means if other people don't accept you, then you know what to do. And if it's individuals that's making you feel this way, we need to evaluate the people we keep, the company we keep. We need to evaluate our circles, evaluate them individually. If these people don't have goals or they don't have ambition for themselves, because sometimes when people like that, who don't have no self-love for themselves, don't have no goals, no ambition for their lives, they tend to leech on to people who do well or who have these things going for themselves. But if you tend to stick around somebody like that for a long time, their energy, negative energy, will tend to rub off on you. And it's because they genuinely do not want to see you happy, because everybody don't deserve to go on a journey with you in life anyway. Some people just there as tag-alongs just to bring you down because they don't want to see you happy. But listen, we have to evaluate people and remove people. Because guess what? And it might be sad and hurtful to remove some of the people who you thinking about doing that with, because these may be your close family members or these may be close friends to you. I don't know, intimate partners. But if they don't mean you well or bring you any kind of greatness or positivity in your life, when you're trying to build positivity for yourself and you trying to be this person that's positive, but you got this negativeness around you, we don't want no ounce of negativeness around. So if you're dealing with negative energy today, we're going to leave those negative energies in this year. We're not going to look back. We're going to press forward, and we're going to move on. I mean, some of the hardest things that we have to do is choose to remove people out of our lives. And I want to tell y'all, if the way you healing with self-worth and self-love, if it's self-healing and you're doing this with yourself, that's fine. But if you need some help, and you need help with finding yourself, and you can't do it on your own with self-healing, seek some professional help to do it. But self-help, self-love, and self-health, and self-worth is what everybody needs to have in the new year. Because once you have self-love and self-worth and self-health, you're going to be able to know what it is that you want, and you're going to be able to know what it is that you're not going to want, and you're going to know what it is that you're not going to deal with anymore, because you have that love for yourself. You know what it is you want out of life. And so nobody else is going to be able to come into your world and crash it with negativeness or negativity. They're not going to be able to do that. We're going to be also asking for everybody to, if change is something that you need to apply to your life, and there's anything, we all can do some change with ourselves. We all can make some changes with ourselves. And change is not a bad thing. It is so lovely, okay? And it is great. It actually works out in your benefit, when you correct things that you know are not right for your life. So we're going to be looking into self-worth, self-love, self-health for the new year. We're going to be looking into that, because once that is intact with people, you're not going to accept nothing less than that from no one else. So again, Midnight Crew, Happy New Year's. Y'all be safe out here. And that is the word. It is self-love, self-health, and self-worth. Once we have all of the things in those categories together, like I said, acknowledge, accept who you are. If you need help acknowledging and accepting who you are, do some self-healing. You can do this on your own, or if you need to seek that professional help, seek it. Don't be afraid or ashamed of it, because self-health is everything. That keeps our mental right. So Happy New Year's to you guys. Hope you all enjoy. Be safe while you're out here. But have fun. And remember that the word is self-love, self-worth, and self-health. We out, Midnight Crew.